compression.
I smell gas.
She full. It's dripping. Well, that's gas coming straight out the exhaust.
Oh, that needs to be up. Oh, no wonder it didn't start. Hello, Monday morning.
Right,
I got it.
I think you. Oh!
If we don't get rain too bad today, we might actually get out of the hole.
Yeah, that'd be
Possible.
nice.
Even though we probably take hundreds of measurements throughout the building of this foundation, I bet it won't be perfect. And as a matter of fact, I don't think we've ever built a perfect sized foundation. So,
Jamie,
I mean,
stop talking.
What I meant is that everything we build is perfect. No, we do have a little bit of wiggle room when it comes time to bolt down what we call the plates or the mud sills, people might call them. And you can actually shift them around, hang them off, hang them in, whatever, to account for any minor difference. We're talking like any difference less than an inch in any length, right? You can account for that right there and then pretty much build the framing on numbers.
Right. We've seen people do that, have to hang the plates in and out. I've seen people do it.
Yeah, other people.
Yep.
Yeah.
Take that for a second.
So we're not doing a how-to lay block here, but a few things that I've learned along the way that have helped me do this easier, I'll show you here. One thing is that I'm making sure I'm getting enough mud on the wall where the block will stand up to the line at least, or above the line to start with. That way I have room to level it as it drops down into the mud. The second thing is that while I'm setting this block, I am visually sighting down the block wall across the edge of the block that I'm setting so that I know it's pretty much aligned straight as I set it and I don't have to wiggle it around too much, shaking it too low. Once I have each block set, I like to kind of pat the end of the block, and that does two things. It helps to level the block, I find, and it also helps to compress the mud in the joints, making sure that you have a little squeeze out there and it's a nice fit. And it's amazing how tight you actually have to get them to keep them on bond, meaning you're not running more than 16 inches per block down the road. Anyways, those are just a few quick tips. If you want to learn how to lay block, you need to lay about 1,000 block is what I think.
Well, I don't think you guys have room for another block layer here. Looking pretty crowded, so I guess
look again.
Nah, it's all jammed up, too many people. So I think I'm just gonna shovel some dirt in here, start to fill in this big hole right here. Because when you start getting, well, you're already about as high as it is comfortable to lay here without some sort of setup. So I thought I would set you up some dirt.
That would actually be really nice.
Yep, and we got some dirt right here. And I got a shovel right here.
Get him, get him, get him!
I gotta take my boots off.
Ah!
Go in? Bars there, aren't it? Go.
You must trust Arlo's skills. Your face was right there.
Ah, you know, mud in the eye.
Yeah, exactly. There's stuff all over this camera. So yeah, we're going one more course here. We'll do steel, then boom. And then that side, that corner's gonna be 13 high.
13?
Yeah, down to 9 on that corner. I was trying to keep that information from you guys as long as
I have
possible.
not heard 13 this entire time.
See, if you stood here, instead of where you're standing, you wouldn't hit the string.
But then I gotta go southpaw on that thing. I don't think that's in my repertoire.
This video is brought to you by VEVOR, and today we're checking out their electric hydraulic rebar cutter. The electric hydraulic rebar cutter cuts rebar within 2.5 to 3 seconds. And actually, I think it's faster. I think it's more like 2 seconds without any sparks, and it really has saved us so much time this morning. I'm really sad we did not have this tool earlier. Its cutting capacity is between a number 3 rebar, which is 3/8, and a number 5 rebar, which is 5/8, which is what we are cutting today, super fast.
There you go. Appreciate that.
And it works great for cutting medium carbon rebar, low carbon rebar, round rebar, and screw thread steel, etc. This rebar cutter features a high strength blade, and it has a double-sided cutting design, making it fast and also accurate. It's super sharp for high precision cutting, and it leaves a nice clean cut we found already. It's got 2 different ergonomic working modes. One you can put a handle on and sort of run it around as a handheld unit, or you can set it up on a flat surface like a workbench model, and it has a little foot for that to keep it level and stable. And it operates much like a handheld reciprocating saw. You just pull the trigger and it goes. And that's also a good way to make sure that your fingers are out of the way, making it a lot safer. The tool also comes with a steel case with latches and a handle, so you can move it from job site to job site easily, put it in the back of your truck without it rolling around, which is really nice. This rebar cutter is also a great deal at only $187, but if you use the link down in our video description and use the code VVPRO, you can get another 5% off. So that's a great deal. I would really recommend this tool. If you have to cut any amount of rebar, you will not be sad you had it. I wish I had this thing a lot sooner. Also, don't forget to check out VEVOR's September monthly activity. There's a link down in our video description about that. It's a way for you to post some things on your social media and get free stuff. Thank you again to VEVOR for sponsoring our video and for this awesome rebar cutter. Let's get back to work.
We're debating whether it's gonna rain. Like, it sounds like Garth Brooks song out here, if you know what I mean.
Sound of me getting ready to go home.
We are back on site. It is Wednesday morning and it poured rain yesterday. I want to show you how much. It has like 6 inches of water in it. Look at that. Morning, Ray. All in a day's work. Jamie's here and he's been working on the computer, which is weird. What do you got here?
Well, I thought it'd be a good idea to actually draw this so that we could visualize what's going on. And I even drew all the step footings in there. Can you see all that? That was fun. We have to decide about some of the decks and the sizes of them in the front of the house, what it's gonna look like. And just so that we don't have to imagine what it would look like, I wanted to be able to actually draw those things so that Ramel and I could look at it.
Good job, Ramel and I.
All right, I'm working on my grammar. I have a few trusses drawn in here. These are just little, I don't know, representations.
And it's gonna drop truss,
trusses,
which is gonna help keep us from getting higher out of the ground.
That's right.
Top cord bearing.
My next thing to do is to draw in this 2x6 frame wall that's going to go on the lower part of the foundation wall there. That's all going to get studded up, and then we're going to have some full height block walls coming up here.
And that's what we're working on today.
Yeah, we'll get started at that level. The front porch right now is just this concrete perimeter here. We don't know if we're going to do a actual concrete slab or a deck, so we're trying to decide that.
This is pretty cool. I think we should get a 3D rundown every day of what we're going to build. You can show us like every board how it's going to go in place before we do it.
That's what I'm planning.
Technology wins again.
Yeah, it's going to be cool, and maybe if I stick with it, we'll actually have the whole thing built in here if my computer can handle it. I don't know. My little list here of groups is going to be like 1,000 groups. I'm gonna have to get super organized in order not to have this cluttered up so bad that I can't even tell what's what.
All right, that's it right there. Just gonna put a mark and check. That's good. Our footing, we're about 7 3/4. So we're gonna have to lay tight right here. And that's 8. And I did verify that this upper level was correct. That corner was good as far as elevation goes. And then a couple of these, like it runs uphill to the step a little bit. So we may have to cut a few block coming into the bottom of that step and that step. This is our final check, I hope here, is the 44 feet down the back to our mark that we had on the footing here. You on your mark, Ray? I'm on the mark. Okay. And so I'm trying to run level.
Yeah, you're running pretty good.
So I am not correct. Wait, which side of the, oh, okay. I'm,
left.
oh, you're left. We need to come to your right about a ½ inch.
Okay. All this talking about elevations and grade stakes and block layout makes me think of a foundation that we hired out one time. And I came back and the guy was pouring concrete and there was no grade stakes to be seen. Concrete going in the footing, no laser level, no checking at all. So of course I was like, hey, what's going on here? And he's like, we just cut our first row of block to fit. You can do that. They just dump it in there, whatever. Don't even check. And then cut every block on the first row to get a nice level
First course.
first course.
It's really hard to say if that would be less or more work than what we're doing. Because what we're doing is a lot of work to get this right.
Come on now. Oh yeah. Now it's flowing. Hold your breath.
That is what that fin is for,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah, it is.
It works good. I hope you mixed your mud dry today. By the way, I can't tell if this is actually getting it any cleaner. Is getting it wetter? What do you think?
I think it's cleaner.
I think it is too. I think it's worth doing.
What's Arlo need to do, Jason?
What?
What's he need to do?
Who?
Arlo, you're gonna tell him how to lay block.
Oh, no. No, I was just telling him. Well, I don't want to say it now because the guy who told him to do something is standing behind you, and I was kind of contradicting that guy. So.
Oh.
But Arlo said he could leave a couple block out there so that we could carry block in and out a lot easier.
That would be so nice.
But old Huck Johnson over there said, just go ahead and block it up and we'll carry it around.
Oh gosh.
I got a guy for that.
I noticed, Jamie, while you're doing this, you like to pop the line.
Yeah, I do. I really like to do that, you know.
What's the reason?
Well, the real reason is, joking aside, that if there's any mud on the string, or if it's touching mud or block, you can kind of see where it kind of bounces to, you know?
Okay.
And you want to see a tiny gap, like a 1/16 clear, like the block should not ever touch the string.
Sure.
That's a thing.
I don't ever do that string pop thing.
Really?
I don't know. I just look at it and make sure it's not touching.
Now, I can tell by looking at your block work that you don't do that.
Yeah, I don't like my string moving around.
Really?
Yeah, I like it.
No,
to be
I like
still.
to just do that.
Yeah.
And then I'm good.
So after days of work and calculating, we have come down to this moment where we're going to lay the block that connects the East Coast to the West Coast. That's kind of reminding me when they did that railroad across the country. They met in the middle, and they beat in the last golden railroad spike, something like that.
On wheels?
Did we come out on bond and all that stuff coming from all the different levels, from all the way around. And I didn't measure it. Oh God. I was like,
You didn't even measure it?
no, I was like, it's gonna fit.
Hang on, I accidentally hit stop. I got it going in. Hey, your moment of truth and all that crap.
Yeah.
Listen, I accidentally hit stop on the camera. So,
Ray saw our double Dutch lines. He's freaking up in the ante here with the double butter. He went right across both of those. I saw it.
Oh yeah. And I'm standing right on my phone. Look at that. Oh my God.
Wow. This is what our phones look like out here.
Looking at this, it looks a little unimpressive, knowing how much work went into it.
just looking at it, it looks like, oh, that was probably pretty easy. Look at it, you know?
Yeah, it's just
no
a
big
block
deal.
laid on some concrete.
Can't see all the footings or anything, you know? They're kind of hidden now.
Yep.
Looks too easy. Anybody could do this.
Cardinal Coffee, let's go. What are you guys doing?
We're trying to adjust these paddles, but dude, it's a pain in the neck.
Oh, I
These-
see.
These are easy. These are hard to get.
You got her stacked up.
Yeah. Been going strong this morning. Strong. I feel strong. It's that cold plunge, dude. Cold plunge where it's at. Daddy gonna like you that.
I don't think you can say that.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Do you think you can really roll a wheelbarrow up that thing?
Dude, watch me.
With mud in
Yeah,
it?
it's-
Yeah, I
you
mean,
can
I know
do
you
an
can roll an
empty
empty one. Wow. Oh! Oh no! Good job!
This back line here is about 44 feet, and I've got it pulled so tight that I think it might snap, and that's how tight it needs to be to not have this row be super saggy. And even at this, it's gonna sag like an eighth or so. But I mean, when I pulled that just then, Ray, I was like, like, yeah, I mean, it was like as hard as I could pull, hook it, and that's what it needs to be. Okay, so remember what I was saying about the string line? It's gone because it actually broke. Hey, don't touch the line. No! Don't touch it. Dude, this thing is like
tuned in G. Don't
super.
Don't even touch it.
Don't even look at it. New line, please. Two more, Ray.
Freaking hot here in the sun.
I know.
Dude, I would say great call on the black shirt.
Yeah.
What are
It
you?
was a bad call. You know, my son actually went in my closet and got me this shirt this morning, like to be nice.
Yeah,
And I was like, all right, I put it on.
he must want you to die so he can have all your money.
Well, we're gonna do the last course here. You can see it's tall down here on this corner and way down on that corner. Finally gonna knock it out. It's been a battle. I do things like run 10 miles or bike 40 miles on the weekends. And I feel like this is harder than that.
shovel between the two blocks and picked it up like a dumbbell. It's actually a lot more comfortable than carrying a block.
Whoa!
For some reason I thought that was gonna whack me in the head.
I saw that.
Bring it a concrete black eye.
Good job, Ray. Here's your black eye.
Let me get a block real quick, man.
This is a little loose, so I'm running ahead to let it set up for me slightly. The block will pretty quickly soak some of that moisture out of it. We're also convinced an animal came here and took a dump and left, like right there somewhere just now. Can't run the crossbars here to build up because no crossbars on the block I'm laying. But we don't want this road to run low because it's the final everything. All we've been working for was to get this one flat.
Your brother's talking about the block wall.
Oh no. Yeah, we may do that front porch that was on the plan as a wood porch, as a concrete porch, so we can backfill against it and not have stairs.
That means lots of...
Well, we'd have to dig more footings, pour footings, lay block. Hey, there you go.
Arlo, we're done, Arlo.
I don't want that.
Whoever's mudboard was in.
Dang it.
No, I'm just going to use Eric's board and toss this one down. We're close to the golden spike here, Arlo.
Oh yeah, the golden spike's coming up. I'm laying this just above the string line in the middle because I know it's sagging just like the slightest amount.
I had a cat that would hide for me.